So let me get this straight. Damon is showing gross favoritism to the group of people that he likes, and then discriminates against a different group of people that he disagrees with to try to remove their freedoms to legally distribute information, as well as try to threaten legal action against that group of people or that person themselves because they disagree with that person. Congratulations, Damon. You have actually found a way to create Nazism in Pokemon. Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to a continuation of the video from Friday where Neve was banned from a Discord server by a Smogon moderator because the moderator was upset Neve shared the battle of her victory. You cannot make this stuff up about the toxicity in the Pokemon community, but it gets even crazier because now we have the conversation. So this took a little bit of time to get because when you're banned on Discord, you can't just hop back into the server and get the conversation. So it took a little bit of time to obtain, but my goodness, this is absolute madness. So we have Damon, who is Mega Ditto, and Damon just proves to be an incomprehensible moron throughout this entire discussion, and then Neve is actually trying to be friendly, polite, and understanding of the situation, but again, Smogon Player can't have any of that now, can we? Are you okay with being on Verlisify's Fan Fridays? That was the Mimikyu sweep I was trying to get. Yes, I do not support Verlisify, and I would protest against me being used. Well, that's already weird. Are you okay with being on Fan Fridays? Yes. But then no, I do not want to be a part of Verlisify. So Neve asking, so yes, okay, or yes, don't submit. No, I do not want to be a part of Verlisify in any way. So automatically coming in with some strong Verlisify hate, always founded in irrationality, because even to this point, no one has ever been able to prove me wrong or prove that I'm a bad guy doing anything wrong. So that's really weird. But let's go on. So you misunderstand. My losing means nothing. MP has portrayed my losses many times. Well, I feel like that's being a little dishonest there because later on in the conversation, as well as the way the battle played out, Smogon players don't really like losing to creativity. That the Z-Snatch Mimikyu that Neve brought was amazing, and it was a very embarrassing battle. You just don't want to be on Fan Fridays losing, though. No, I just don't support Nazism or the determination, well, that's not the right word, of other players, and this is such a fantastic excuse because no matter how you look at it, it makes absolutely no sense. First off, I'm not a Nazi supporter, not a Nazi defender, and there's absolutely no proof or evidence suggesting even the slightest hint of that anyone propagating it is a liar, and anyone willing to believe the lies is a delusional idiot. And when you think about it, Nazism is a very proud, racist, authoritarian ideology that by me denying as well as putting down Nazism, that pretty much debunks the entire argument right there, as well as me being very open about my political leanings. I posted my political compass on Twitter, there's even some undertones in my videos, and while I'm not like this super crazy Trump supporter or anything, I was in the anyone but Hillary camp, and it looks like Trump is doing a pretty good job with the country right now in our flourishing economy and actually getting closer to world peace than we have seen in the last years and the last presidents, so it's not going too bad. Also, I lean to the right because I cannot handle the idiocy of the regressive left, and we're actually seeing that right here. Like on the left, people are attacking people instead of arguments. That's all about straw manning. It's all about just lying about the other person to try to discredit them, and we're seeing that happen right here. And even then, I don't know how him pretending that I'm a Nazi makes him a Nazi supporter if he is to somehow wind up on my channel in any way. That kind of blows my mind, especially through a third party like Neve, and also, just because someone is a fan of mine doesn't mean they automatically hold every single thought and idea that I have. That's why I also don't like about the whole political environment right now is that, again, you're attacking people and not the argument. So instead, this guy has nothing valid to say about me, and he doesn't want his loss posted, so he just has to start spouting some garbage about Nazism, which doesn't hold up no matter how it does. So Fan Fridays has nothing to do with those. Yes, it does. A+ idiocy right there. Still, don't want to support Verlis. Another thing that blows my mind, how is it supporting me to use the gameplay functionality as intended? Like, Neve had absolutely no responsibility to ask. She is nice. She wanted to just kind of gauge what was going on, and instead of getting a simple no and maybe discussing it, or at least having a valid reason. There was absolutely no valid reason in this situation for the battle to not be uploaded. And because of that, now we get into this crazy debacle right here. Still don't want to support Verlis. Isn't supporting me. If I say yes, it's a support of that. So, again, she has full autonomy to upload the video no matter what Megaditto/Damon says, so it's not you supporting just because you don't want to say yes or anything like that, and you don't want to support Nazism, and it's not even supporting me, it's supporting an ideology, and that absolutely blows my mind. The opponents aren't the Fan Fridays, though, it's about the Ally Stret. Yes, Neve. Damon doesn't want to be on Fan Fridays because of Verlis himself. Now we're going to snowball. Like, you thought it was ridiculous already, guys. This is where it gets unbelievable. Well, if Verlisify apologizes to everyone they has told that they should end their channel, then I will say yes. So apparently, hypothetical, remember, not a Nazi in absolutely any way. I find the entire ideology disgusting, abhorrent, every descriptor that you can give in that way. So suddenly, me being a Nazi, if I was one, is okay to Damon, so his first argument goes entirely out the window, but now he wants to control me. Now he wants me to do something just for a battle, so now he's putting way too much value on his worthless self right there, and this doesn't even make sense. Like, okay, I don't owe you anything, and I'm free to upload this battle however I want, and again, I don't need to owe you anything, and you have absolutely no right to protection from this. So let's see, it's Game Freak's intellectual property, which you don't have any control over. Also, you're under the terms of service of the game while you're using the service, especially on the internet, where there's extra things involved, such as like no hacking and, you know, no tampering with the service itself. And then also you have no control over Neve. Again, this is a worthless person that thinks they have power because they're a mod on Discord server, and then they're trying to exercise that power over someone else that they are putting down. That Damon is being incredibly disrespectful to Neve, but Smogon and disrespect goes hand in hand, and then trying to overvalue themselves when really they have absolutely no power in this situation. So that's something really weird. And this goes to another thing, where people just have to make things up about me. I have not yet seen one valid argument against me, that no one has proven any of these terrible things that they claim about me. They just make up lies and they try to slander me to remove any credibility that I have, because these people are terrified of me. He is so scared of me that he wants me to bow to him just to show that I'm weak. That he can exert his power over me, and that maybe removes some of the power that I have over him and over the rest of the Pokemon community. Can I submit it to other channels? I want people to see this. I thought you said you already deleted it. I took it off public. So now we're getting into something completely different. So we already went from Nazi supporting being bad to okay, to me being mean to other people that he likes but doesn't like me. But now, Verlis isn't allowed to see the battle, but what about other people? No, Neve, Verlisify cannot use my material. It's not your material, and now you're back to not supporting Nazism, even though, again, it has nothing to do with Nazism. So, anyone else is more than welcome to use it. So, okay, Verlisify is the only person that can't use it. So that means, according to Neve, submitting it to other channels, to other friends, as long as I do not get a hold of this for use in Fan Fridays, that is okay. Seems like that's the page we're on right now. He doesn't support Nazism. It was just a comparison to how the Nazis thought they were right in what they were doing, just saying, actually, it's not really that. I was just parodying all the people on the left that pretend that everyone to the right of them is a Nazi, which is effectively what's going on right now. They just pretend that the person is whatever they want it to be, and then they apply those traits to them. So the guy pretends I'm a Nazi, and then just tries to use that as a foundation for his argument when there's absolutely nothing to back it up. So really, it's a strange self-fulfilling prophecy here that my parody becomes fact in these guys' minds instead of the joke that it is. Then Damon comes in. Let me be clear. Any showing of my battle to any other party is an impeachment of my privacy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What just happened to anyone else is more than welcome to use it. Again, this is why it seems like he's actually really butthurt that he lost the game as this elite Smogon player with an undefeated team to something as gimmicky as a Z-Snatch Mimikyu. You beat a Smogon player with creativity, and their brain literally melts down. Like, we are watching a descent into pure stupidity right now, and it just keeps on getting crazier. And now it's an impeachment of privacy. What? I hope you respect that. I said I'm not submitting that. I mean, Neve has been respecting it the whole time, so I don't understand where this guy created, again, another fabrication of Damon's mind, that Neve is trying to be disrespectful when that was it. Never said I'm submitting it. Was trying to, you know, share with friends, trying to see what was going on with this. That whenever any battle is being played, you are using their service and you know the repercussions of that service. That if the opponent wants to save the battle, they have every right within the service to save that battle and then distribute it however they want, because there's actually a code sharing feature inside of the game as well. So you give up your privacy when you engage in that battle and you have no right to defend it whatsoever. So I said I'm not submitting it, good, because if you do, you will automatically be banned from this server. So look at that threat right there. You You give this worthless Smogon kid who's embarrassed that he lost a battle any power and immediately starts exercising that power, because again, this is another unnecessary thing. You know, I hope you respect that. Well, that's being disrespectful to Neve because Neve was already respecting that. Neve being compliant, but it isn't just about compliance to him. That it's about control and threats, which ironically kind of goes into the Nazi territory, if you ask me. So, because if it does, you'll be automatically banned from the server, because if you do it to me, you will do it to others, and disrespect privacy. And even then, this has absolutely no evidence supporting it. So Neve has every right to post this battle, but just because it targets this person automatically means that Neve is out to disrespect every single person's privacy. I know, I'm just a little bummed since my other 6v6 sweeps were against noobs, and the opponent forfeited. That was my first good battle for this team. That's actually showing respect to Damon as well. Like, look, you were actually the first strong opponent that I was actually able to take down, and I'm really happy to show it off like this. Thanks for understanding. But it wasn't a 6 sweep. And again, this is why I feel like he's a little butthurt. He's a little upset that you're not allowed to represent the battle in any other way except in this guy's mind. That Neve has absolutely no rights, no power, isn't allowed to have any free thought, according to this moderator who has just been threatening and throwing out absolute incoherency and stupidity. So yeah, my other 6v6 sweeps. I mean, if you watch the battle, Mimikyu swept through and crushed that team. Like, there was no hard definition of sweep, but when you watch a Z-Snatch Belly Drum just go off on an entire team, you can call that a sweep. But no, he doesn't want to feel that embarrassed. It wasn't a 6 sweep. What, because, like, I don't remember exactly what happened in the battle. What, because, like, one other Pokemon helped pick up a kill after Mimikyu was already dominating? So, that's something. Personally, I don't mind if Neve uses my battles with her for Verlisify's channel. So this guy comes in and completely blows the moderator's thought out of the water. Because remember, if you do it to me, you'll do it to others. Well, others are okay with it because they're not idiots, because they understand that that's not a privacy violation to share a battle of Pokemon on Wi-Fi. Okay, yeah, Impy, because you actually like Verlis. So once again, attacking people instead of arguments, that if you are a Verlisify server to these people, you are in a lesser class. You are less human to these people, and your opinion, your value matters less to them because you like Verlis. I do, anyone else is fine. So yeah, I don't mind if Neve uses my battle. I don't mind. Anyone else but Verlisify is fine, just not Verlisify. So again, what is it? Is it everyone? Is it no one? Is it just me? Is it just not me? Are you allowed to share it? Are you not allowed to share it? What's going on here? Now that doesn't make any sense, because the reason that Neve was given for her ban is that she invaded Damon's privacy by sharing the battle with 2 other people that weren't me. So she followed. She conformed. She did as she was told and was still banned by this corrupt Smogon moderator. I do, anyone else is fine, just not Verlisify. So shared it with people that weren't me. I didn't even know about the battle. I didn't know about anything. This is actually an excellent example of the Barbra Streisand effect. I probably wasn't even going to share the battle because honestly, Neve gets on Fan Fridays a lot. I want to give some other people a chance to shine. So now, instead of just having the battle be posted, going, cool, that was a battle, look at this Z-Snatch Mimikyu, now we get to find out that it's a butthurt Smogon player that didn't want to lose, started spouting some incoherent crap about Nazism, started making things up, started lying, and then ended up banning as an abuse of power, and now tens of thousands of people get to see it. Good job, Damon. I hope it was worth it. But yeah, like, that's, anyone else is fine, just not Verlisify. But then 2 people saw the code. You know, 2 people viewed that battle video, and you uploaded it without his consent. He literally gave up his privacy and gave consent multiple times, as long as it wasn't me, and I didn't see it. So she showed it to a friend. Apparently, you're not allowed to show battles to a friend. That even though you have absolutely no right to protect a battle that someone else can save, because when you sign up to that TOS, when you use the service, you know exactly what you're getting into. So yeah, and then apparently, even though all that Neve has been throughout the entire conversation is attempting to be understanding and respectful, everyone else has been showing her disrespect. I can't believe that, I'm sorry. So showed it to my friend. And the thing is, I would understand that, but how about this? You wait until Friday. If it gets on Fan Fridays, then that means you ban her because she broke the rules. If it doesn't get on Fridays, that means she's telling the truth, so now you look like a cunt, and that's hilarious. I might use our battle if I decide to submit Mr. Tauros and his horns. I do not support Nazism. That's a weird response. Neither does Verlis. That's true. Well, it does, unfortunately. So again, this made-up fantasy world that this guy chooses to live in, apparently that is law. And since he is the authoritarian that has moderator power, his thoughts automatically become the facts. So, excuses. So apparently, me not being a Nazi and having proof that I'm not a Nazi or Nazi supporter or Nazi defender or anything to do with anything positive about Nazism is just an excuse. In this guy's mind, he's actively said he does not support it. Again, that really goes against supporting it by doing something like that. And then, at the end of it, it's fine if Pimp, Moxie, Impy, Kneedeep, and any other battler uses our battler. So, once again, being banned for following the rules, and also putting down a class of people. So all of these people are a-okay, everyone except Verlisify, because he has fabricated power in his own mind, because he has the ability to have power over others in an insignificant Discord server, but in his fantasy world, he chooses to be the Nazi of his own content. And then Tucker jumps in, or immediate friends of Verlis. Whoa, now you're putting words in Damon's mouth. What's going on right here? Who are we even talking about? Everyone except Verlisify? Well, I mean, he said that multiple times, but as long as it's not related to Verlisify, but as long as it's not friends of Verlisify, I mean, okay, who counts as immediate friend? Is everyone on my fan Discord server a friend? Is every fan a friend? So now when you start making up vagueness like this, you can push the rules however you want. So that's pretty dumb. I don't really understand where this is going, but then we get to the best part. If he does, legal action is not a hard thing to come by. So since it's my material and YouTube favors those who have made the material, again, it looks like he absolutely understands. He doesn't understand anything about YouTube as well, because first off, it would be from Neve's point of view. And even then, he would need to upload the battle, at which point the YouTube content ID system falls apart because I wouldn't be copying anything on his side. It would be Neve's, as well as also just being the battle itself. That, for the most part, when you also see this with like Overwatch, Fortnite, PUBG, League of Legends, CSGO highlight videos, there is a way to copy content in a way that falls under fair use. Now, me adding my commentary as well as showing Neve's side of the battle, that is absolutely within fair use and doesn't invade anyone's privacy, again, because of the system and the actual thing that you sign up for. Here's the thing, you don't own anything in Pokemon's intellectual property, so you have to consent to the use of service, and that's why you don't have any privacy if your battle gets uploaded and you're upset that you lost the battle. So let me get this straight. Damon is showing gross favoritism to the group of people that he likes, and then discriminates against a different group of people that he disagrees with to try to remove their freedoms to legally distribute information, as well as try to threaten legal action against that group of people or that person themselves because they disagree with that person. Congratulations, Damon. You have actually found a way to create Nazism in Pokemon.